Well, it kind of acts like it wants to pour down rain, so that'll slow down anything I got going on today. So working on this bass tracker, ready for it to be out of here, but as soon as I was ready to tell them to come get it, then I found something else that was like, you can't really run it like that. So had to fix their gas tank and replace all the line. I used their bulb. It's an old Atwood bulb. It'll be fine for this motor. Anyway, even after timing and everything, it was kind of wanted to be hard to start. So I got to looking at the little cam roller. I mean, it's pretty much wore out. And then I tried to get the little rubber O-ring off, and of course it just, you know, it snapped. Anyway, then I'm working on my friend Oscar's boat. He's got this little SeaRay. I just super cleaned it because, man, it looked terrible. Anyway, it's a pretty cool little boat. It was really dirty. I think we need some new gel coat paint on the, you know, on the hull. Transom's really solid. But yeah, anyway, so what I want to talk about is doesn't have a trolling motor. So we don't have a trolling motor mounted up here anywhere. And got a new trolling motor. I think we're gonna have to relocate this light maybe back to here. That navigation light, because it's gonna be in our way. We'll put our trolling motor here, and we can put, like underneath it, I can put some blocking with some wood just to help it. I'll seal it with some goop or some kind of silicone sealant so it's good and sealed, and run our bolts through, and it should be fine. Get this all out of the way. He's been using so he's a mechanic by trade, and you can see he keeps these rotors, and then with that rotor, you know, he can put the jack stand right in there. Anyway, he gave me a couple, and I was like, what a great idea. Yeah, I was like, what a great idea. So I kept a couple of mine, and he gave me, you know, one or two. He had one that was real small. That's okay for like real little boats, but yeah, so anyway, we got to mount that trolling motor. So, you know, since he doesn't really have any place for his for a foot, for, you know, like a foot pedal, he just wanted to get like a little tiller, and then he's got a place in a compartment up there where he can put a battery, and it might help him just to put just a little weight up front, because there is nothing up there. So anyway, these I just get this off my website, hawkeyemarine.net. Kind of makes it easy because they don't have to, you know, go find it. And like Oscar, he don't know. He's not real. He's like an auto mechanic, so you hear this a lot. Yeah, I know all about cars, but I don't know about boats. So we got this. This is just a 45-inch shaft, and it's a 45-pound thrust. So, you know, it's pretty simple. Let me so you guys can see this. Yeah, see, 45-pound thrust, 45-pound shaft. So he doesn't have a lot of money to spend. So You know, this was something that he could just, you know, get into and not spend a lot of money. So it's kind of a process like that. Like, when you first get a trolling motor, you're like, okay, you know, what is the deal? So the deal is 12 volt, you're going to have up to 55 pounds of thrust. And then 24 volt, which is 2 batteries. Okay. And they're in parallel, or I think so, yeah. No, they're in series. Sorry. They're in parallel, it's still be 12 volts. If it's in series, it's 24 volts, right? So that would be, like, say, 65 pound thrust up, I think 70, 80, might even go up to 90. I don't think so, though. Yeah, I think it does. It goes up to 90. And then your 36 volts are going to be 90 and above. So the most common is like 112 pound thrust. Now, the new brushless motors, the numbers are different because the technology is different. So you'll see 115 pound thrust is like and they also solved a problem. See, you had to go 12 volt, 24 volt, 36 volt. But if you had 24 volt and you wanted to go to a 112 pound thrust motor, you had to step up another battery and be 36 volts. Well, with the new brushless, it can be 24 or 36. So you can have 24 volts. 3 batteries obviously is better, because then you get more reserve capacity of the battery versus like 2 batteries. Kind of makes sense, right? Because anyway. And in some instances, that reserve capacity, it doesn't matter what the voltage is. So you get what you get. So like if you try to add, say one is like 100, and then the second one's 100, you'd think you'd have 200 reserve capacity, but you only have 100. So it's real important, because you think, oh yeah, it just adds up. No, it doesn't. It's still the same amount. The voltage is the voltage, and you can think about that as a pool of water. As that pool of water gets used, you know, it gets lower and lower, and that's that reserve capacity until it's out of it, and then you don't have anything. A support plate, if you will. What are you saying?
I ain't saying nothing.
You saying it's dangerous?
You're dangerous when you get a saw out.
Everybody's dangerous, man, when they get a saw out.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Why? You're scared?
No.
It's like every time Mom gets a knife out, I'm like, oh, I can't watch this. You know, she's chopping up an onion or something, and I'm like, no, I can't watch that, man. I'm afraid you're gonna like...
Well, I've come to a conclusion.
What's that? What kind of conclusion you got?
All of the stores around here don't have the colors of baits that I actually use, for whatever reason. And so I'm like, well, that's why I'm catching all these big fish, because I ain't never seen these baits. I went and tried to look for a 3XD. None of the colors I use are in the stores anywhere locally.
It's because everybody's bought them.
5XDs. No, they don't even have a tag for them. They're not even carrying them.
Huh.
And they're the ones that work.
Yeah.
Same with the 5XD. Same deal.
Conspiracy?
No, just they don't know, I guess.
Well, you gotta go tell them, I guess. Hey.
Well, I do in my video.
Well, that's why everybody just buys online now. You can't just
you can't get the colors you want.
You know, it's not like the old days where, you know, Sears and Roebuck, you know, you used to go into Sears and to look at all the tools. You know, now it's like,
the problem
you gotta buy anything
that I
see
online.
The
problem that I see locally is everybody's buying the same crankbaits, so all the bats are seeing the same crankbaits over and over and over.
Yeah. You know,
it's like,
don't keep fooling them though.
You know, don't go down that road. Find an alternative that's better.
Yeah, or works or whatever.
Well, it's not works, it's better. It's gonna be better because nobody else is throwing it.
Yeah.
And if it's the right color as far as water clarity conditions and all that,
yeah,
then you're golden, man, because nobody else is throwing it.
Right.
So anyway,
well,
hey, this prop's got a dinger on it.
Yeah, it's got a chink out of it, a chunk.
Well, that means it's out of balance.
Yeah.
Right? Or am I wrong?
Oh, I'm sure it is. They got bigger problems than that though.
Look at here. You got stuff all down in here.
Yeah, they got bigger problems, dude.
They got bigger problems. Problums.
Yeah, they got problems.
Well,
I told him, he's like, it's a bad starter, but I won't change it. Because I'm not young and I can't stand on my head. Because that's...
I'd like to see that.
I bet you would.
Yeah, man.
Man, I mean...
Pull your drawers down. Then you'd be...
It'll pull your hair out.
Jerry, pull your drawers down. Then you couldn't get out of that situation fast enough.
Man, might get caught. I don't know. You don't ever want to get caught with your pants down, I'll tell you.
Yeah, especially when there's a woodpecker close by.
A woodpecker? Oh, that hurt a man. Talk about just go take it to a whole new level.
Well, yeah. I'm not going to say that.
Well, you're going to say something though,
no,
weren't you?
I'm going to get out of here.
You better get... this isn't a 1/4 so just take her out of here, I guess. I got some other screws. Get out of here. I don't know. How long? What are these? 3 inches? I think these might work. Maybe. So the 4. Let's see. There's that. It's a weird position. At least I have access. This must be metric. I don't have anything that size. So I'm going to have to go get some 5-inch screws. So I guess I'll take you inside and I'll go get over there to I don't know. If I take a trip over maybe to Ace Hardware and get some screws. Alright, I went and got some bolts. These are 4 inches, so hopefully that's long enough. And I got some cherries. I found as a diabetic I can eat cherries. Yep, it's gonna work. It's gonna work good. Alright, so now we're gonna kind of not use their bolts, but we're gonna use their hardware. So it's 1/4 and we're gonna have a washer and a nut. Alright, that's good. Now we'll just check our wood. Yeah, so now we'll just pull it on up, I guess. So I like to do one at a time, so I'm going to do this next one I'm going to do right there. Okay, I got my 6 screws in, mounted, and now I just got to put my beauty piece back on and the 6 screws that hold it on And I don't know, I think we could just wire it up and see what happens. So let me go get my beauty piece, and you know, it's like got pieces of fiberglass now. All right, hang on. Yeah, this just slides out here. And we got those 6 bolts. Now I like to take a little blue Loctite and hit them. Yeah, because these will back out on you, so just a little blue. It's good. This is the cheap stuff from Harbor Freight. It works fine for this. Get it all over there. About that. I could put it here, but it needs to be a light or a pole, small pole that goes up. I don't have one of those in stock. I have to go get one. And that's it. That's installing it. That's installing an edge. Now the only other thing we need to do is just adjust how deep we are. We're gonna do that with the thing. We're gonna hook up to a battery. Really should be fused. So we're probably gonna get a fuse for this, like a 60 amp fuse or a 40 amp fuse. And don't forget your strap. So really might have to redo this because the strap's gotta go underneath. Alright, it's the next day and it's hotter than a firecracker. It's pretty humid. So, got our new trolling motor on, well, my customers. And yeah, it fits good. I got the strap fixed because I forgot the strap. I don't know why I do that, but I do. What else? So now, you know, this covered up our navigation hole. Whoa! This covered up our navigation hole. So what I gotta do is put a navigation light right there. So I went and just got, it's just a Marine Raider, you know, it's fine. 2-pronger. So we had to get a base, and then we get our light. And these locking things, they don't really work on this. Right, so to get these off, because I mean you don't really want this, there's a little screw, and that's kind of like your locator screw, and we're just gonna get rid of it. We're not gonna get rid of it, we're just gonna get rid of the other piece. But you take the screw out, and then this thing just slides all off. So we're not gonna have that, we're not gonna use that, and then we'll put our screw back. I suppose you could Loctite it if you wanted to, but they don't come loose. So now that we got this, then we need to determine where we're going to put our light. And so we got to have this red and green and pointing this way. So we don't want to be in the way of our trolling motor. So I'm going to come back to about right here. It'd be a little offset, but you know, it's fine. So I've got, I had a little marker, and I could just mark it probably about right there. Be fine. And you're gonna need a hole saw, which I don't have out here. And they don't give you stainless steel screws. So I got these are 10 3/4 inches fine. I got those, and I got an extra drill bit out here, screwdriver. These hole saws are pretty cheap, like you get them at Harbor Freight or wherever, but the drill bit is garbage. So I just sharpened it. I just did a rough. It'll be fine for fiberglass, but if you're trying to go into something harder, you're gonna need a better drill bit. The saw itself is fine. The drill bit is the one that, anyway. So, what we do with our light? I'll just walk off with it. Oh, it's right here. So yeah, we'll put it about right here. While I was in there, I grabbed the oil Sharpie. And I like to stick it in the thing just so that you know which direction it's pointing. So we're just gonna go right here and drill us a hole. It's pretty much that simple. But we do have to have, oh, it needs to be at least 1.25 inches. Like I measured it in there, and so you gotta have that big of a hole for it to slide down in there. See what I mean? I mean that's one dull blade, dull drill bit. It's pretty dull. And that's that. Now, we should try, well, we take our wiring off, which we don't need it to be like that. For sure it was 1.25 inches. Well, alright, we'll just file it down. Right there. I guess I'm gonna drill my holes for these screws, and then I'll have to wire it up. I just have this round file. That's all it'll really take. Well, it might be. I have to get out the dribble. Alright, what we got here is this is a handheld end mill. Alright, well, I was kind of tired of all the little battery operated Dremels failing, so then I bought this one, and so far it's been a waste of money. We'll see if this doesn't help. I got it cranked up. Hey, there we go. Perfect. I think at 5:30 seconds. That'll do it. Alright, I guess I'll show you guys what it looks like. That's what it looks like. So, a little off center, but not much. Yeah, the trolling motor is great. I'm talking about the navigation light being over here. That's fine because now it's not in the way. And you could stow it on either side, but it's easier to do it this side because this is the side your handle's on. You got this handle is a, you know, it goes in, comes out. So do it like that, but one is fishing, and you could get an extender for this too. So, but it's hooked up, so the one won't turn it on or anything because our prop would hit our deck. I need to make sure he knows that too. See how it would. You think that Minn Kota would got. They did get smart with all the new brushless and the new iPilots, Ultrexes, all those guys. But they should have made this just a little bit deeper, like even a 1/4 inch, and then it would not interfere with your. But she's on there solid. This is in there very good. I've got the battery disconnected right now, but it does work. Take my word for it. So that's a good look at the little Minn Kota Edge, and I think maybe I might come out later and redo the strap, because I think it'd probably be better if it went over here. That's the only one kind of thing that I did. Yeah, I always do this. I don't know why. But anyway, not that hard of a job. So I guess that's it for now. So I guess we'll go figure out what else we can get done. See what project we got to do next.